Hi, it's Bumbleberry. Welcome back to Cinders. Sophie is yelling at me to awaken. And I'm not quite awake in real life either. What time is it? Dawn already, and you need to get up right this instant. Dawn is not a reason to yell at someone, and I'm sure it's reason enough to get up. I'm not sure it's reason to get up so abruptly either. 2 days without supervision and you've gotten lazy already. Where would you be on your own, I wonder? Oh yes, do come in and spill your venom on me. Is there any actual reason for me to wake up at this hour, or is it just a social call on your part? Fine, don't get out of bed. See how it works for you. What do I care? That way it'll be even more interesting. Okay, I'm sorry, and awake now. Would you please tell me what's going on? Carmosa's back. She wants us to gather in the hall. Why doesn't she call her mom? I'm wide awake and up now. You could have begun with that. Well, you know, she brought a large package with her and she looks like she means business, so hurry up. She always looks like she means business. I wonder what the package is. What shape was it? Just stop being nosy and hurry or we'll both be in trouble. If you were getting dressed instead of asking so many questions, you would already be seeing it for yourself. If you didn't stand there, yell at me, and stare, I would actually be in a position to get dressed. Fine, I'm leaving. Just hurry up. Let's do this. And she's nowhere to be found. Oh dear. They think I'm lazy? Rude. You might rethink your attitude. Mother wants to speak to you. I can't imagine how that's going to be a pleasant experience, considering. She said she wants to speak to me? Why? Well, actually, she wants to speak to each of us. You're just supposed to go first. Great. When I finally get to be the first at something, it's something I don't want. It's like receiving gifts, good in principle, yet always disappointing in reality. Why would she want to speak to each of us, and why separately? I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, stop complaining, you two. And you should hurry up and go, Sophia, unless you feel the need to make Mother angrier, of course. Ugh, I'm going. Carmosa seems keen on interrogating us. Oh, my. Oh, Gloria, I did what I was supposed to do. Leave me alone. Of course, because everything is fair and honest around here. I certainly won't get blamed over things I have no control over. I mean, to be fair, we did totally ignore Gloria's orders. But you know what? Like, why am I not a human being in this house? You're not seriously suggesting I would tell on you, are you? I'm trying so hard to do well here and take care of you two. I mean, I think you would totally tell to get in her good graces. And Sophia, she wouldn't just stab you. Oh, she's being sarcastic. She wouldn't just stab you in the back like that for no reason. Would she now? Well, I certainly do not feel as safe as you describe. Okay, so my sister might have an interesting idea of fun. Exactly, she's as twisted as a corkscrew and mightn't say anything for the reasons that escape reason. I think you're much too fast to judge people. You know Sophia is not evil, and we sure as heck both know that living in this house can be hard, so... Sure, Sophia is a delicate little flower that means nobody no harm. She just defends herself when necessary. Wow, she's actually defending her sister. Here's my point. She only does that when it's safe. She wouldn't stab you in the back or do anything against you when it counts. Just because Sophia has uttered some sharp comments about morality doesn't yet mean she actually grasps the concept, not to mention agreeing with it. I had no idea you could be so resentful and full of hate. What gives you the right to judge Sophia when you yourself are so cruel to her? What? What is happening? Okay. Let's just wait for Sophia to come out and see what she has to say. It's not like we have many alternatives. I hate waiting. Okay, and Carmosa's to the point. Okay, we're waiting. Doo-doo. You're back. That was fast. Aren't you happy to see me? Sorry to disappoint you girls. So what was she talking about? You'll find out soon enough. It's your turn, and I wouldn't keep Mother waiting if I were you. All right, I'm off. Wish me luck. You might need it, so good luck, sister. Good luck? So are you nervous yet? You know the experience will not be a pleasant one. Oh, yay choices. So she's trying to play games with me? I'm not going to indulge your weird need to quarrel and provoke someone until they offend or humiliate you. Oh yes, I forgot. You know everything about me, and how wise of you not to indulge me in conversation. I sure would like to see you try the same with Carmosa for 1 minute. And to think, Gloria defended and spoke well of you just a second ago. She almost got me to believe in you. You shouldn't always believe what you hear, and you should hope Carmosa doesn't always believe either, because Gloria should be speaking about you right now. I wonder what Gloria will tell. Aren't you worried? I'm not sure. She seemed all right when we talked, maybe a bit unsettled. I know, my sister. She doesn't show emotion until Mother orders her to do it. But on the inside, she was raging. I think she might spill some of that onto Mother's ears. The past few days reminded me of what freedom felt like. It was worth whatever punishment Carmosa might throw at me. You have either lost your mind or forgotten what Mother is capable of. Nothing is worth what she'll come up with to make you regret your actions. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? Dun, 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 dun. You're back. How was it? What do you mean? Well, was it, I don't know, unpleasant? Of course not. Why would it be? It was just a normal conversation. Normal for you, perhaps. Come on, Gloria, I can tell it wasn't that smooth. Stop being so nosy and start asking proper questions. Did Carmosa tell you about her plans? In fact, she did. Oh, of course she did. You were in that special little place in her lap. Sophia, so what do you think of Mother's latest great plot? You would think she'd learn not to expect the impossible of us, or anything big, really. Maybe it's time to live up to her expectations. You are a grown-up now, Sophia. It's time for you to work on managing your responsibilities. You're hopeless and stupid. Some of us are simply not built for greatness. What is wrong with her? I'm too stupid to understand complex sentences. That is funny, though, that Gloria's like, well, you should try being useful instead of being witty all the time. I'm not sure she'll explain every... Oh, it's my turn. Let's go in, let's go in. I'm so excited. Well, why would she have to wait for me to get there if she was talking to us individually anyway? Come in and close the door. I'd like to explain something to me. I have learnt some very disturbing things about what has been happening here while I was gone. Apparently, you discovered a new pastime, wandering about like some commoner, visiting with who knows whom, going who knows where. While my daughters take care of our home on my behalf, you are having long walks. This isn't simply improper, it's also selfish and irresponsible. I wasn't doing anything wrong, and frankly, it's a bit insulting to hear that my own sisters would speak of me that way. Nothing bad happened. I'm back, am I not? I just wanted some freedom. That's all. Freedom? What nonsense. No, girl, freedom has nothing to do with this. This is selfishness, plain and simple. And why do you need to make up such absurd excuses? Why can't you, for once, admit that you acted irresponsibly? Why not say, I am not the only person in the world, and perhaps add something like, I'm sorry, too? Believe me, that would be a nice touch. Well, maybe my behavior is so imperfect because I don't have a good role model? Ooh, excuses. Did she just slap me? That was, like, intense. I have no time for childish quarrels with insolent brats. We have an important matter to discuss. It has to do with my plans for our family. 2 days from now, a grand ball will be taking place in the royal palace. Any royal business is very important, of course, but this particular ball will be very important even for His Royal Highness. It means very careful preparations. What matters here is that the ball is very near and there is very little time left. It means that I will be expecting our entire family, and I do mean all of us, to give their best. By which I mean complete obedience. No questions, no dramas, no nonsense. This is much too important an event to be spoilt in such a silly way. Very well. And what is my part in this plan, then? Will I be going to the ball as well, member of our family that I am? Don't be absurd. Royal affairs aren't your arena. I see. Then what is my arena, ma'am? Why, the house, of course. If everything goes smoothly, the ball should mark the point in our family coming back to high society. And that means one thing. Yes. We will need combined effort to make this residence spotless, but your role in this will be crucial. I see, my lady. Would you also like me to hide in the wardrobe or pretend I'm a statue when the guests come? Or maybe being a statue would pose too much of a competition for your charming and intelligent daughters? I understand your anger and your reasons. Now you must understand mine. I put much time and effort into creating this opportunity for my daughters. I will not let them be upstaged by anyone. You may play all sanctimonious with me now, but either now or in 10 years you'll understand my perspective, and you will agree with my decision. Also, I don't see a single reason to yield to your complaints if all I get from you is recklessness and childish moods. Start supporting the family, and maybe the family will do the same for you. You like to refer to all of us as family, but only if it means I have to do something. Don't get melodramatic, girl. You sound like a bad novel. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to prepare 3 young ladies for a ball organized by the future king. Do you have any idea how much a decent dress costs these days? No, of course you don't. Of course, how could buying a dress for the daughter of the rightful owner and head of this house be proper? Listen to me, girl, and listen good. I am the rightful owner of this house. And as unfortunate as it may be, your father, bless his soul eternal, is dead. No mother would put an orphan before her own children. Excuse me, I'm not just some orphan, and contrary to your real children, I am not afraid to speak and think for myself. You're truly blind if you really can't see my potential and how useful I could be. Also for you. Enough of this idle chatter. We have a very important task ahead of us, and little time left. Since you're thinking so highly of yourself and your skills, why don't you show us your pragmatic side and start cleaning the house and helping with preparations? That's it? Do you really believe that's all I can be good at? Demon, snap out of that constant daydreaming, girl, and stop paying attention. Do you think that even if you were the lady of this house, you wouldn't need to keep it clean? Are you really selfish enough to believe that? Besides, the terrible burden of dusting and doing dishes is minuscule in comparison with my responsibilities. Be grateful of having such a simple life. Oh yes, very grateful. Shush! Not a word. Get the girls together and call the servants. Wait for me in the hall. I will bring you your orders in a moment. She separated us so we wouldn't rebel. I can tell. Oh my gosh, are we sitting down? What are we doing? Why are we so short? Finally, it's so clean you could positively dine from it. I'm tired, but it's still better than washing all those dishes. I hate doing dishes. She's been back for a little more than an hour, and here we are scrubbing the floor on all fours, cleaning the windows, polishing silverware. Twice. And dusting everything. Did I mention doing the dishes? You might have. I hate that. Do you know what I hate? I hate the fact that I'm here while my dear, charming, and wise beyond her age wonder of a sister is upstairs, playing that little princess she will never be, trying on that ridiculous dress that Carmosa bought her. First of all, you never saw that dress. And second, who knows, maybe the prince will fall in love with her and you'll end up being the queen's sister. I doubt even that amount of noble blood can make a person dense enough to fall for Gloria. Although, maybe if she kept silent. You're terrible. Besides, for all we know, the prince could be denser than lead. Also, I didn't know you cared about balls and dresses. Compared to this, I think I prefer the royal circus. Oh, hi. Sorry. What are you two blabbering about this time? Wondering why the hall isn't sparkling yet? Well then stop talking and get to work. This place has to be worthy of the Emperor. You seem very confident that people will suddenly crave visits to our house mother, just because they'll have met us at the ball? Will they be so taken by Gloria's charming sense of humor and my kind and sunny disposition? There goes my wonderful Sophia, always heavy as a storm cloud. Are you finished? Because there's work needs to be done. Also, frankly, dear, I have stopped paying attention to your theatrics a very long time ago. I am sorry my acting isn't up to your standards, Mother. This ball is much more than just a meeting. It's a chance for all of us to get firm footing in this world, and heavens know we could use some of that. I have waited for far too long and invested far too much to let this chance slip up. So stop whining and start being serious about it. Do you want to end up with no money and just the clothes on your back like Cinders here? Don't get your hopes too high. What did you say? Are you whispering in my presence? Nothing, Mother. Mother, where are you? I need you to see this. What is it again? Oh my gosh, what is happening? This is funny. There must have been a mistake, Mother. The dress isn't my size at all. It's too long. I'm sweeping floors with my every move, and if I have to dance in it, I'll risk serious injury or worse. Wow, personally I think you look very pretty, Gloria. Very pretty indeed. Have your fun at my expense. Why are you thinking I'm making fun of you? I think I'm beginning to like it too. Although the floors are already swept, I'm afraid. What is this? Demons, the man is clearly an amateur. I gave that crook all the numbers and made sure he got them right several times. I'm sorry, Mother, but I really can't go wearing this. What are we going to do? No reason to lose your head, Gloria. Perhaps visiting the tailor without you was a mistake after all. But we can still salvage the situation. There's still time. Well, I'll go to the tailor tomorrow and make sure he gets it right this time. A trip to the tailor. How very entertaining. Stop whispering behind my back and try your dress on. We have to know if it fits. And you, Cinders, stop loitering and get back to cleaning. Just great. I'm gonna get an even prettier dress. Cinders, do the cleaning while we try our dresses on. Sure, why don't we all relax and enjoy ourselves while Cinders scrubs the floors and walls. I can't believe I'm back to this again. Those past few days have been amazing. Now I know there's more to life than this, and not only in fairy tales. I need to change something instead of just bending to Carmosa's will and going back to what's called normal around here. How can I just forget about freedom now? Because let's be honest, Carmosa won't ever release me. She doesn't even consider me in her plans. I'm no one to her, which I can use to my advantage. What was that? Who would knock on my window at this hour? Some shady character. Let's see. Hey Cinders, it's me, Perrault. Oh! Wrong voice. Perrault is the captain. And he seemed like such a composed man. Oh well, let's do something about him before Carmosa kills me. Come inside before anyone sees you. Do you want to be a reason for domestic violence by provoking Carmosa into ripping me into pieces? Hello, Perrault. He's in my bedroom. / kitchen. I wouldn't let anyone hurt you. Oh, so you provoke violence to have something to resolve? Nice way to provide yourself with some work. That way you'll always be needed. I'm sorry to bother you. You've hit a soft spot there. I have no idea whether I have a job anymore. Or a purpose for that matter. What happened? I shouldn't bother you this late at night. I'm extremely sorry. No need to apologize. You're always welcome. But what happened? What brings you here? How are you even able to find me? There is a lot of questions. You might consider a career as an interrogator. Finding you was easy, but it's not a secret where Lady Carmosa lives. I did have some problems determining the right window, though. I'm afraid I got it wrong the first time, so if anyone complains about burglars or weird animal noises, I'll laugh at them and convince them it was their own imagination. But what brings you here? Can we talk somewhere else? No one will interrupt us. Again, I'm sorry to bother you. It's just I have no one else to talk to. It's no bother. Would you like to go on a walk with me? I know the most beautiful place in the forest. Oh, so you can sneak out? That would be, thank you. Of course I can. Look. Look at me go. Look at my flurry of fabulousness. We're here. This is my place. Well, not really mine. It belongs to someone else, but I do come here frequently. Yes, these woods are ancient and have been part of the royal domain for centuries. Since the first king, they've belonged to the crown. That's not what I meant. When I was little and my father was still alive, he used to tell me stories about fairies living in this part of the forest. Sprites or not, I can't deny this place, the air this place has. It's very soothing. That's why I called it my place. I come here to relax, and I need that quite often. But you wanted to talk about something? I get the feeling it must be something disturbing. You were very quiet on our way here. Was I? Yeah, I was. It's just something that happened yesterday. You might say I was caught off guard. Ah, and he is a guard. Was there another fight in town? Did you have to... No, it wasn't a fight, and I didn't kill anyone. It was just a talk. A talk with whom? The prince. It's so strange that I'm going to discuss this with you. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't want to be nosy. If it's some kind of secret affair of state, then you're right. You shouldn't be telling me anything. It's not about secrets, and you're not nosy. I said it's strange because I don't know a single person other than you with whom I could speak right now. Now, isn't that odd? You told me yourself that your duty defines you. I guess friends don't really fit into such a picture? Perhaps I finally traded one for the other. What do you mean? My prince summoned me today. He told me about his plans. Plans for the kingdom and for me. Plainly speaking, he told me that I'm no longer needed, that my position is obsolete, and that he wants me to take up another job, a different job. I see. And this new job would require you to do what exactly? Lie. He wants me to become his master spy. I see. So what did you tell him? That I will think about his proposal. I can see that you're very upset about this. Why is that? I thought you wanted to serve and protect the future king. And yet, you're clearly conflicted. That's what makes it so upsetting, the fact that I can't make a choice. I know my duty and I honor my allegiance. He is my prince, and he has my sword and my bow. But not necessarily your forked tongue? Yes, I'm not made for intrigues and court politics, and even if I were, I don't think it's an honorable kind of duty. I understand. You're less of a James Bond and more of a... Rick Grimes, I guess. It must have been difficult to hear your liege ask you to accept it then. Not only that, he also said there's no need for my current service. This is everything I know, everything I am. I trained to be the captain like my ancestors before me, since I was a little boy. How am I supposed to change all of that for a hooded cloak? I don't know. It does sound like a life-changing decision. Maybe I should simply retire? Leave the scene before I become a joke? The prince gave me that option as well. Whatever his reasons may be, I'm sure this wasn't an easy decision for the prince either. He did give you a choice after all. Carmosa doesn't ask me what I want. From what I've gathered, you're more than just a subject to him. Perhaps you're right. So what would you choose if you were given the same choice? What? I'm going to think about it. I don't know. So I'll figure that out for next time. We'll find out on my first decision of this episode, and I'll see you all next time. Stay sweet.